This is a quick review of the Cordoba C10 classical guitar from Cordoba's Luthier series. So the C10 has a spruce top and an Indian Rosewood back and sides, all solid woods. So this is one of the upper end models in their Luthier line. And what I'll do is I'll just do a quick review of the piece, play a little bit on it, a quick review of the guitar, play a little bit on it, and then I'll take the camera and just do like a little bit of close-ups just so you can see it a little bit more up close. So it's in like the mid range for factory guitars, but it's definitely a higher level instrument just in terms of like a solid wood construction, and the Indian Rosewood back and sides is really nice to have. I've reviewed a number of Cordoba guitars before, so including the C10 parlor guitar and the C9 guitar and the C9 parlor guitar. So you can check out those other reviews. The link is in the YouTube info section. But this is the best one I've played so far. In terms of its balance across the strings, in terms of its sound, I think it's really well balanced. The basses are a little bit nicer, but overall the balance or the quality of the projection of all the strings is nicely balanced. So I really like that. Also, the volume is great compared to my like $7,000 lattice brace guitar. The volume it's pretty much just as loud. I don't know if that'll be true in the concert hall, but in this room it was pretty much just as loud. It might not project quite as clearly in the concert hall, but I'll have to put that to a test at a later date. In terms of the tone quality, the tone is really lovely. You get some really nice sounds when you want, compared to like my other instrument, which we can't really compare because they're in such different brackets, right? I mean, but nevertheless, compared, this guitar sounds a little bit more like you'd expect from a factory guitar, a little bit more like plasticky or a little bit less sophisticated, and not maybe as tight or focused of a sound compared to the other one. But like I said, the volume is keeping up very, very well. So for an instrument in this price range, it's doing really fantastic. And also the tone is really lovely, particularly in the upper positions or like really up here. Those notes sound really lovely. That also sounds really lovely as well. It has a little bit of that like plasticky tone. Maybe it's due to like the thicker finish on the top or something like that compared to a French polish guitar, which is much thinner. But nevertheless, I think this guitar is doing fantastic for the price range, and really for an intermediate student who wants a guitar that's going to keep up with other students that have expensive single luthier made guitars, then I would highly recommend this. This is really fantastic. So let me just play a couple things. One other thing I'll mention though is it does have a truss rod in it, so the metal rod going through here, which you can adjust with an Allen key, and I really think that's great. For guitars at this level, if you can just tweak the action on it to make sure it's playing really well, I think that's really great because it's coming from a factory somewhere. You're not really interacting with the luthiers, so having a truss rod just allows you to do that last minute adjustment. So here's the guitar. It's that spruce top, really nice. I love the rosettes. Nice spruce top, Indian Rosewood back and sides. I think it might sound even better with different strings on it. These are just the ones that came on it, but I'll change those later. The tuners work well. I'm not upset with them at all. I think they're good for the cost. So let me play you a couple of things, and then I'll take the camera and do like a little one over so you can see the guitar up close. Let's try something else. little bit in that one that the trebles maybe don't pop quite as much as I'd like. But I'm thinking of like a guitar in the $6,000 to $7,000 range when I say like that real kind of pop out of the trebles. But maybe the bass is overpowering it a little bit there, but it still sounds lovely, and it still sounds very, very nice. So I'm not upset with it at all, but it could come out a little bit. When you start to dig in a little bit more, I could just get used to playing this guitar and get used to like making sure that the trebles come out. Like that's better. If I just give a little extra push, the guitar really produces quite a bit more. When you get like into a really expensive instrument, you hope that with not too much effort you get that pop out of the trebles. But for a guitar in this price range, it's doing a really great job. And with just a little bit more focus, and as I get used to the instrument, getting sound out of the trebles doesn't seem to be a problem. Does seem to be coming out enough. So very, very nice. Overall, the guitar sounds very balanced, and the tone quality is good on occasion compared to like a very expensive instrument with like French polish. I think the sound is a little bit plasticky, but overall, like I'd be happy with any of my students playing this, and I would play it myself. I like playing like, you know, those guitars in the next bracket, but nevertheless, I could definitely get by with this, and the volume's really great. So I definitely approve. So here's the Cordoba, and I'll just do a one over with the camera. There's lots of reflection in this room, so you'll probably see some lights, like there's one on the side there, but this will give you at least some idea. I'm right here. There's the logo and rosette, really nice rosette. I like that rosewood along the sides. Also exists on this all around the edge of the instrument. Nice clean workmanship. Everything looks really, really nice. Take a quick peek at the bridge. I wish they would go into 12-hole bridges, but it's just not something happening on factory instruments at the moment. Let me flip the guitar over. Try not to damage it in the process. A lot of glare on this side, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, pretty clean craftsmanship. Let me just turn off some of these lights and see if I can get rid of some of that glare. Maybe I'll just close this window here. It's a little bit better. Even just turn off this. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Turn on some lights again. And there you have it, the Cordoba C10.